Disclosure. All information we have on these cases are public record. We are not making fun of anyone or anything. This channel is for awareness of cases and entertainment purposes only.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. We're going to listen to Kaylor tell us a case today, so take it away, Kaylor.
Thank you, Renee. So today's case is provided by one of our lovely subscribers. Has actually commented on one of our videos asking for us to cover this one. Well, not us, me. So this is the person here. It's hard to do this with on the opposite, but the person's here. I'll put the comment there of who we're going to be talking today.
Y'all subscribe. We need them subscribers, man.
Yeah, it helps us build community.
Hit that subscribe button and that like button.
Helps us a whole bunch on our end over here on this side. Helps us make
Helps us keep doing videos.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these days we may have better quality videos.
And better editing skills.
Yes. Keep subscribing.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about the murder of, that's the other thing, is the warning. We're going to talk about murder, mutilation, all this and that and everything, and just...
Don't you love how she always says this, that, and everything?
Yeah, that's what I always
She
say.
says that, and then I clear my throat 9,000 times.
I go, and then we always say, I don't know. It's just one of the times that we're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just like, dude.
Yep.
So, in July of 2021, so this is a newly recent case and everything. So, in July of 2021, Bart Halderson, he was born May 5th, 1971, and Krista Halderson was born January 25th, 1968. They were living in a quiet life in Winterson, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, get some cheese. Oh. They had a beautiful home, and they were proud parents of two sons, Michael, and he was 24, he worked in tech, and he was actually engaged to be married. And Chandler, who was 23, was attending Madison College studying IT, and he actually said that he had a job lined up for when he gets done with college to work at SpaceX. You know what SpaceX is?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so it's the stupidest thing in the world because it's Elon Musk. It's his company thing.
Okay.
So you know how rich people are. They get money, they do stupid whatever. They think, I mean, he bought Twitter, now it's called X and everything. And he had like SpaceX, and it was like, he was gonna, something with, space and everything. You know how he is, whatever. Elon Musk is crazy. He makes shitty cars. My own opinion right there. You own a Tesla, cool, great for you, but they're pieces of crap. On July 2nd, Krista, she didn't show up for work, and her friend and coworker, Daniel Corniger, he began to be worried about it because, I mean, like, anytime somebody doesn't show up for work, I mean, you start getting a little bit kind of, like, worried.
Yeah, especially if they're not one to, like... No, I mean, like, if I didn't show up, the girls at work would be like, what is happening? Like, she is always here, or she's always,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'd get worried.
So, he began to worry, and he tried to get in touch with Krista, but there was just no response. So he headed over to the house, the family's house, and, he was, like, knocking on the door, going down around the windows and everything, and Chandler, the youngest son, was home. He lived at home, and I guess he answered the door and everything, and he told them that the family had gone away to their cabin for the 4th of July weekend. So they're like, oh, they're not home. Yeah, they're just gone to the cabin. Like, whatever. But it's like...
Why would she not tell?
Yeah.
Seriously, and I mean, I don't know... I think because I'm a hairdresser, I mean, we've mentioned it before, but like in a salon setting where you're around a bunch of girls all day, you become close. And like, they all know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going somewhere or doing something, I've talked about it for a month before I've done, So, I mean, why would you not say something? I don't know.
Yeah, same thing, like, when I was out of work for, like, those 4 weeks, because I had to get my gallbladder removed. Right when we first started our YouTube channel, the reason why we were pumping out videos and everything is because I actually had to get my gallbladder removed.
Yeah.
And I was working at the doctor's office, and I didn't have any of the girls' phone numbers that worked there and the guys. And when I came back, they were all like worried about me. They all thought my grandfather probably died because he was at the hospital during this time, and they were all like, worried and like everything. And they were trying to reach out to the company I work for, and they wouldn't give him any information because it's like personal, whatever.
Yeah.
But like they were all like, oh my gosh. I was like, just had gallbladder surgery, like calm down. But I mean, that's great that you have people that worry about you.
When you work with somebody a lot, they're going to question why you're not there.
Yeah. So they said, the son said that they've just gone away for the 4th of July weekend or whatever. But like you said, I would be like suspicious with that. Like at least like you would tell your boss.
Yeah.
So you have to take time off. So when Bart and Krista, the husband and wife, didn't return back home from the cabin after the 4th of July weekend, and they were still answering their phones or their text message or anything, Daniel, the coworker, urged, he was just like, he was telling Chandler, like, dude, you need to go to the cops, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, he was, like, urging him to, like, this is weird, like, are you not suspicious? Like, if my parents were gone,
oh, yeah,
I'll be like, because I still live at home, #29 living at home. But like I would be like, where in the hell fuzzy? Like if I wake up in the morning and my mom's not there, I call her. I'm like, where you at?
Well, like I always tell my son if I'm leaving, even when I'm just going to work, I pop up in his bedroom door and I'm like, I'm going to work. I'll see you at 4 o'clock or whatever. Yeah. Like if I just wasn't here, he'd be like, where's my mom?
Yeah, because I do that all the time. Like, I know my dad. I know where my dad's going to be. But my mom, I'm like, where are you?
Yep.
So, on Wednesday, July 7th, 2021, Chandler actually reported his parents missing with the Dan County Sheriff's Office, telling his detective his mom and dad were picked up and driven to the cabin by a couple he didn't know. So now, he's sticking with the cabin story, but now he's adding little extra details.
Okay, now he's created a couple that picked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, at that point, it's like, if you're gonna lie, stick with the story, like, pick a story and stick with it. Like,
but when you're lying, you can't.
Yeah.
Because you forget about it. It's like, okay, if somebody came and asked me, like, what did you all, we just had a snow here, so we've just been kind of like hanging out, watching TV, eating junk food, and what you do when you're out. But like, if somebody came in and said, "What did y'all do this past weekend?" I could give a blow by blow of what we did. Yeah. Like, laid on the couch, we ate chips, watched murder documentaries. Like, there's not going to be any weirdo pop up things. You know what I mean? So when you're lying, it's like you forget what you said over time, and you keep adding, trying to make it sound better. Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He just keeps adding stuff. And so he went to the police and he told them all this, and then they started investigating, looking for them. And they were like, it's a mystery disappearance. You're kind of like, what? It's weird. So Chandler actually went around and was knocking on the neighbors' doors and everything, and like asking, hey, have you seen my parents or anything like that? It's like, my thing is like, okay, you live at home. Like, why are you asking me? Yeah. Like, no. So on July 8th, 2021, Krista and Bart, older son, Mitchell, drove to the family's cabin 3 hours north of Winterson to look for them. So he drove out there to the cabin to look for them because that's what his brother's telling him. And Langlade, I think that's how you say it, County Sheriff's Office, or deputies, met him up there together, and they searched the cabin. But when they were searching the cabin, it was very obvious that nobody's been up there for, for a long time. So, so the story of the cabin's it's starting to not add up. Yeah. And, there was no sign that they had ever been there. Like, no tire tracks showing. Maybe they went up there and they were kind of grabbed something or whatever. But there was no sign of Bart or Krista. So the detectives started interviewing friends and neighbors of Bart and Krista, and they wanted to learn more about Chandler's whereabouts over the holiday weekend. So authorities started to suspect Chandler's story was just not adding up. So they picked him up and they brought him in for questioning. And the police interview lasted about 2 hours or so. And Chandler told detectives that his parents have gone to the cabin. See, here's another thing. He's sticking with the cabin story, but he's adding more. He's saying that they went up there to take care of a plumbing emergency and that he helped them even pack some tools for the repair. So now he's saying they went up the 4th of July weekend. Then he's saying that a couple came and picked him up. Now he's saying that they're working on plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's sticking with the cabin story, but he's adding more and more and more. I mean, dude, you're digging yourself a hole.
Uh-huh. That's what happens when you're lying, when you dig yourself a hole.
Yeah.
And you eventually, like, you know, say things and people are like, that's not true. I know that's not true. You know?
Yeah.
I've been around people that lie a lot about their daily things, and eventually you figure it out, and, you know, you're sitting there listening to them and you're just like, that's not true.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, and they for real think it's true. It's so weird.
You know, but you know what else about a liar? I also hate this, is a one-upper. Have you ever had anybody like that?
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, I went ice skating. Well, I went ice skating with the Queen of England.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I worked with a guy that he was a one-upper, and I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody cares. Like, why?
Yep.
It's like,
oh my gosh, I fell and, you know, I broke my toe. And they're like, oh, well, I fell and broke my toe and my knee and my hip and my, you know.
it's like,
Yeah.
well, I did this yesterday. Well, I did it 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate those people, the one-uppers. But while detectives were interviewing Chandler, they received information that actually changed the tone of that interview. So turns out, turns out detectives actually got a tip from a farm owner stating that they saw Chandler walking from the woods line of her property a few days before he had reported his parents missing. So oh my gosh, it's the snow.
Chandler, what did you do?
Chandler, what's his name? Friends?
Oh, Chandler Bing.
Yeah, Bing.
Yeah.
So when deputies searched the area, they discovered human remains, a male torso. So just a torso. And investigators immediately started, beginning testing on it to identify who the remains were. And at the time, detectives were whenever all this stuff was going on, Chandler was still being interviewed in the interviewing room with the detective and everything. So the detective is in there, just grilling him, trying to get information out of him about his missing parents. But Chandler asked for a lawyer.
He lawyered it.
Yep, they shut down that interview. But the authorities actually arrested Chandler for providing false information about a missing person. So they got him for something at least.
Yeah.
2 days later, after they found the remains of that human torso, they got the identity back, and it was his father, Bart. Chandler was then charged with the murder of his father. He was also charged with dismembering and hiding a body. So he chopped his daddy up. But
oh my gosh, are you going to tell us why?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, well, I'm a why, when, how, what for, what you do, and top. So I need to know why.
When I was researching this too, I was like, why?
Yeah.
And honestly, for the reason why they gave, Chandler really never said, yeah, that's the reason why, but this is their theory of why. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, seriously? Like, that's the reason why?
Yeah.
You would think it would be something more dramatic than this. But you're thinking now, okay, they got the dad, but where the hell fuzzy is the mom?
Right.
So, authorities continue to search for Krista. not knowing if she was still alive. Maybe she got out and everything. During a press conference, Dane County Sheriff's Calvin Bart asked the community, to stay alert, keep an eye out for her, everything like that. A major break actually came from an unexpected source. Chandler used the social media app Snapchat. So if anybody doesn't know what Snapchat is, that's how we communicate a lot of times. Snapchat is, it's a social media app. It's a picture, you can text and picture and everything on there. And like when you view the photo, it goes away. Like you can replay it once.
It goes away.
Yeah, it goes away. Like you can press and hold down on it and it'll replay the photo. And then like at the top, you can actually save the photos to your chat
You can
gallery.
also screenshot them.
Screenshot them. But anytime you do anything on Snapchat, you screen record, you screenshot, you save it to the chat. Whoever sent that thing to you will be notified that you have done that.
Yeah.
So, nothing on there is, only way that you can do it without somebody being, is like, if I had Snapchat and was showing Renee could take a picture on her phone. Like, that's the only way, like, you could do it without somebody else knowing.
Yeah.
So, and also on Snapchat is Snapchat Map. Have you ever seen it on there? Do you ever look? So, if you can make yourself incognito, so nobody
Which
else...
I am.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know. I'm more of a private person. I don't want somebody knowing where I'm at all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm not. I don't care. If you don't come get me, dude. Everybody's got that fight or flight instinct. Mine's on fight.
Yeah.
24/7.
It is. Hers is definitely
I'm like ready.
Mine's a fly. I'm running. If you see me running, you better start running because something's going on. Like, you better be following me.
She don't ever run.
No.
But they have the Snapchat map thing, and you can see where anybody's at. Like, the moment you open Snapchat or whatever, it automatically updates wherever you're at. Mm-hmm. So if, like, you're in the car driving, it shows that you're in the car driving. Or if you're, like, listening to music, it has, like, the person with headphones on listening to music or whatever. So...
Too much info.
Yeah. So Chandler's girlfriend, we're just going to call her Kat. That's what she goes by, Kat, gave investigators permission to download the data from her phone. Detectives said that Kat said to the detectives that she would keep tabs on her boyfriend using the Snapchat feature that allows them to see where they're at, the map and everything. And on July 3rd, she spotted Chandler on Snapchat map near the Wisconsin River. Kat actually took a screenshot of the location and saved it to her phone. Got out of here. I had a text that came up through my iPad. I was like, what is that? The detectives searched the Snapchat location, so it showed wherever he was at, and they went to that location, and they actually found human remains. Mm-hmm. And the medical examiner later confirmed that they were the remains of Krista Halderson. And Chandler at that time was also charged with the murder of his mother. So he has now killed his mother and his father.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Seriously, in today's world, you cannot do anything without being tracked. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's some way that they can find where you are. Mm-hmm.
Like, anytime, like, even TikTok now. I know TikTok's apparently going away, all this and that.
I don't have a TikTok. I've never got a TikTok because I swore I wasn't going down the rabbit hole. And I haven't went down the rabbit hole.
I do. I spend all my time on it. But, like, even now, like, on there, it's like, they have your location.
Yeah.
Like, when you post...
Sorry.
When you post the video on there and everything, it'll be like, oh, do you want to add your location? And then, like, when you do that, it, like, automatically shows where you're at. So, like, anything has, like you said, they can, like, no matter where you go, they're going to have you. Why'd you have it so far away?
I don't know. I said it down way over there. My throat's tickling.
She got little arms. So, get off me. It's my charger. The Snapchat location where his mother was found, Krista's remains were found, were actually a familiar place to Chandler. Apparently, it was a swimming hole. I was gonna say a water hole. It was a swimming hole that Chandler went to a lot of times, like in the summer and everything, and it was like in a remote area from from the Wisconsin River. So it was like a different location part of it that he would go to a lot. And there's actually a picture of him at, I'm going to put it in here, but it's him at the swimming hole where his mother remains were found a year before he killed his parents. So, I mean, like, my thing is that...
Why would you put, like, no matter who it is, like, if you're killing somebody, why would you put them somewhere that you went all the time?
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
like if that's a swimming hole and he's going there, other people use it too. I
Yeah.
mean, surely they know it's a swimming hole. Like somebody would have seen her eventually if his girlfriend wasn't so smart.
For real. I mean, kudos to you, Kat, for, you know, being
For
like,
real.
because some people's, you know, girlfriend and boyfriends would be like, but she was like, no, she's smart.
Yep.
She probably watches documentaries. Like,
Yeah.
So, you know, he was there. That was his favorite swimming hole and everything. And, like, I'm with you on that part. It's like, why? Like, if you're going to go back again in the summertime, let's say he never got caught or whatever. I mean, like, you're swimming in your mama's dead juice.
Yeah.
That's gross. So, on September 2021, Chandler pled not guilty to murdering and dismembering and hiding his parents, Bart and Krista. So he's like, oh, didn't do it. Yes, you did.
Okay.
So the trial began in January of 2022. So, I mean, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, the Dane County, my fingers hurt, prosecutors told the jury Chandler murdered his parents because here's the reason why. Okay. Why do you think he killed his parents?
Why do I think he killed his parents? Usually, when you're watching these things, it's because they have done something and been lying to their parents for however long, and they're afraid they're going to find out because something's fixing to happen that's going to show what's really happening, and the parents are going to get really mad. Or they're like, don't want to do anything with their life, and their parents have life insurance and they think they might get it if they're gone. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I've also seen like where, you know, they claim they were abusive or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's usually one of the first two things, and I don't know what she's fixing to tell me, so I just guessed.
You're right with the first one. Apparently, he was lying about his attendance at school and college and everything, and lying about the job he had lined up for, you know, SpaceX with Elon Musk and everything. So, he was flunking out of college.
Okay.
And everything. Okay. You don't have to kill anybody for that.
I know.
Just sit down, talk to your parents about it. Be like,
Exactly.
listen, college isn't working out for me right now. You know, blah, 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 blah. Have yourself a plan.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to get a job doing this, doing that. I mean, most of the IT things, I mean, you can go to, what's that type of school? Technical school. And get like maybe a year degree. Like, just do like something small like that and work in IT. Oh my gosh, you could become not a hacker, a code maker online and everything. I mean, there's different stuff. You don't have to go. I don't know if his parents were like, you know, so full force with them, you know, going to college, finishing college, doing something with their life.
Yeah.
But apparently that was the thing, is that he was flunking out of college and he was lying about everything. And
dang, I'm good. I watch too much true crime now.
Oh, scary. Prosecutors presented evidence that Chandler had actually, you know, I said flunk out of college, and that he had made up a series of fake emails, like sent to his parents, I guess, showing, you know, hey, he's doing such a good job in school, blah, 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 blah.
And you know, truth be known, his parents probably didn't really care what he did. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have just talked to him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've told my son this 100 times. Like, you choose what you want to do. Like, dude, as long as you are a functioning citizen and can like take care of yourself, I don't care if you're the garbage man.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with being a garbage man. That's not what I'm saying. But like, I don't care. Like, as long as you're happy and you're not a drug addict or an alcoholic or a crazy person, like on all these documentaries we talk about, I'm good. There's no, you know, and most parents are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, just talk to them.
My parents, they supported me when I wanted to go into phlebotomy, and they really did. I mean, they helped pay for my class and everything, and oh my gosh, my dad was like helping me trying to find a job and everything. Because phlebotomy is a very, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like very small. Like, there's not a lot of jobs out there for phlebotomy and everything. So, I mean, like, I bet you his parents have just been like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, cool, do you? But, like, get a job.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to support you forever. I mean, you're 23.
Mm-hmm.
So, he made the fake emails and everything, and prosecutors also had presented evidence that he had actually bought a tarp and 20 pounds of ice. So there is security, like all these stuff I'm talking about, and of course the photos are going to be here, but there's a security photo or video of him. I guess it's like a Home Depot or something.
Dude, you are recorded everywhere. Here again, you know, the whole tracking thing on all the social media and your phone alone. But dude, you can't go in Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's or one of them places and buy your serial killer kit without being looked at. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously. Like,
we should go into the business of making serial killer kits.
the guy, like a box in Lowe's, sitting on the shelf, serial killer kit, and it's got duct tape and rope and a knife and all this shit in it. And you just go walk past the camera and hold it up.
Hey guys, I got my serial kit. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. 10 out of 10.
Seriously, you're being recorded.
You're being recorded
Checking out.
Even if the business that you go into does not have security cameras, there's other businesses around that do.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you can't check out at the grocery store. You get recorded buying bread and milk.
Yeah,
like
when
seriously.
You get a self-checkout, you look up at the camera.
I know, you look so bad too. You're like, ooh. You're like, is that me? Holy shit.
It's like, you look all great, like, look at me, I look so good today. I did my face and my hair, and then you get to that camera, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, even if there's, like, people have cars with their cameras in it. Those things. Like, you're gonna be recorded no matter where you go.
And if you delete stuff from your phone, they can still get it. They can still go back and find that stuff.
Same thing. You post anything on the internet, no matter if we delete these videos, it's going to be
out there
somewhere.
Yeah, it's out there.
I mean, you're out there and you're out there for good. So they, you know, saw the tarp and everything that he purchased, and actually the tarp that was used to, the similar tarp that was found in the garbage at the farm that, you know, found his father, and that was it was a very similar tarp. So I mean, it's the same damn tarp.
Yeah.
So authorities found cutting tools too. Like, I think there's photos too. I think it was scissors and like a saw looking thing. But like scissors, like what are you gonna do with scissors? Cut hair?
I don't know.
Like, there's no way any type of scissors. I don't even think like hair cutting shears would cut through bone.
Oh no, there's nothing gonna cut through bone.
Yeah, so you're gonna have like a saw, a hatchet, something.
Yeah.
So they found those in a rusted oil bin at the farm where his father was found. His remains were found, and a forensic analyst did testing on it, DNA testing, and they found blood, and you know the DNA matched Bart and Krista. Prosecutors showed the jury of a photo of a broken glass. It was like at the fireplace, so it was like one of the glass, whatever, and it was broken and everything. And they showed a video of a neighbor's security camera. See, there we are again. You're on.
I have cameras.
Yeah, she does. I don't think we do. No, we don't. We want to. Yeah, Mom wants to get. So I have a big dog. Renee's got tiny little small dogs. I have a very big dog. I have a Cane Corso, and she's my sweetest little baby angel ever. Her name's Kona. But she's been getting up on the counter, and we've got butcher block.
Oh.
So butcher block is very expensive wood. So she's been getting up on the counter. Mom's like, I want to buy a camera in there. So when she goes in the kitchen, be like, get her. Yeah, she's jumped up there. She's ruined dinner.
She's like, nobody's home. I'm going.
But my thing is, I don't know how the hell her fat ass gets up there. She's a big fat dog. She's a fatty watty.
Yeah, my doggies are too small to get on the counter.
Morgan just licks the cabinets.
Yeah. Morgan's a licker. She licks everything. She will drive by lick your ankle. Like,
she's walk by and go, and I'm like, dude, you just drive by lick me.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
She will.
It's like the weirdest thing. So, I mean, I don't even know where I was going with that. Cameras. Talking about the cameras. So there it is again, the cameras. So the neighbor had a camera, and it showed like flickering. I think flickering lights coming from the window at the family house. So I don't know if that flickering was, I guess, the fireplace or something, because they actually found. It was the same night that they were killed. The parents were killed. But they found 200 human bone fragments found in the fireplace.
Oh my gosh, he was trying to burn them in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
word.
like a fireplace ain't gonna burn as much as like,
it's not as hot as a
a fire, like a bonfire.
Well, it's not as hot as the crematory.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you're not going to burn somebody in a fireplace or in a fire pit out back like you are. If you thinking you are, you ain't.
Let me tell you, because I've been around crematory machines. My dad used to do animal cremations, and our husband does human cremations. He's a mortician.
He is.
And I had to go sometimes after work and shut off the crematory. And it is hot as balls. I mean, it shoots like...
I mean, I'd say you could probably Google the temperature of a crematory.
I'll put it here.
Yeah.
But it's
my
hot.
husband will know. I'll just ask him when he gets home.
Yeah, we'll just ask him. We ain't got to Google crap.
Yeah.
He's a human Google remains. You know what I mean, man? But I guess he was trying to burn them. But then he found out, okay, I can't do that. So then he
took the rest of it.
And scattered it everywhere or wherever. They also, forensic team also found down in the basement, like, it looked clean. There's, like I said, there's gonna be another photo and everything. It looked clean and everything, but with under the blue light, not lavender, violet light, whatever, there was blood everywhere. Yeah. So apparently he killed them down in the basement and took them upstairs, I guess, and tried to burn them with a fireplace. And also a gun was found hidden in a barn at the farm that Bart was found. The authorities believe that the weapon was what was used to kill Bart, but they don't know. I'm going too fast. The medical examiners still don't know, are unable to determine how he killed his mom, Krista. So they believe that the father was killed by a gunshot wound, and the mother, they're still unknown. But the jury deliberated for about 2 hours or so, and Chandler Halderson was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. So he is in jail.
2 hours ain't long for a jury to deliberate.
No. When
it was all on agreement in there.
Yeah. When it starts creeping into like more hours, that's when you're kind of like, But 2 hours, yeah, you're done for. But yeah. That was Chandler.
That's so crazy, though. It's like we were saying earlier, just talk to your parents.
Yeah.
Like, it's always worse in your mind than it really is. In every situation, when you're worried about something, you always create the worst situation in your mind than what's really going to happen. Mm-hmm. Like, I think everybody does that when they're worried about something. I mean, that's just natural human reaction to stuff, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just
talk to your parents.
Talk to your parents.
And if you can't talk to them, and like, if you know, like if they are, some parents out there are very
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's that.
buttholes.
Yeah, there's that percentage where
Yeah.
they're, yeah.
Just talk to somebody. The worst thing you could do is just hold it in.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you hold something in for so long, it billows up and then you just blow up.
But I also think that somebody that's going to do that to the extreme of, you know, what Chandler did, there's something not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's something off.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I don't think a normal person would kill their parents just because they were failing college.
I mean,
how many people fail college? Like a lot.
I didn't even go to college.
Like, well, me either. I mean, I went to, you know, beauty school, but
I went
like
to
that
beauty
ain't.
school and phlebotomy school.
But it's like, you know, I would never, even if I was flunking out of beauty school, I would have never like offed my parents because I didn't want to tell them I was, you know what I mean?
Because you're a beauty school dropout.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Your mom's calling you.
My mom's calling me right now, and we're recording this.
Is it still recording? It is still recording.
It is still recording.
Listen, Candace, if you're watching this, Renee will call you back. We're sorry that we missed your call, Candace. We love you. We'll call you Granny Candace, Granny Candace. We love you, and we'll call you back here in a minute.
There's my mom. I would have talked to her if I would have flunked out of beauty school.
Now she, oh wait, hold on. Here's your mom. Now she might think that somebody killed you. You didn't answer.
Yeah.
Renee, what are you doing? What are you doing, Renee? Yeah, that was good old Chandler Binks. Yeah. Thank you for the person who left that. I had no idea.
I never heard about that.
I never
one.
did either.
Yeah.
I mean, also I did read them where that it really wasn't well like put out there. Like some of these big cases, you know, like we were watching, you know, Ted Bundy.
We were just
Jodi
watching,
Arias.
Jodi Arias. We were just watching something on her.
Yeah.
Like those are big ones that are, you know. But I've never heard of this.
Jodi one we were watching earlier, I kept seeing things about it and I didn't watch it, and then I was like, what is this one about?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one really wasn't that big, and I'm really glad that, you know, you brought this one to the comment section. If anybody else are out there,
Definitely.
anybody else out there has any ones that you want us to talk about, you know, we'll be more than happy to talk about them.
Yeah.
And everything, and oh my gosh.
I did a couple a while back. My niece, Sierra, she asked me to do a couple. And Sierra is one of my best friend's daughters, and our kids were born really close together, so we've just always called each other, you know, she's always called me Aunt Renee.
Yeah.
So Sierra told me to do the chessboard killer and that David Meyerhofer.
Yeah.
So I did those two because she told me to. So like
The butcher guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody, like she said, if anybody has anything they want us to talk about, just put it in the comments.
Yeah, we'll be more than happy to.
Because sometimes we may not know, just like today.
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes we don't even have a case, and I'm like, because I was stuck between a few.
Yeah.
My week, and then I saw that comment. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one. It really helped me out. But yeah, if you ever really have any comment things like that, and also just want to remind you guys that if you don't want to watch us on YouTube, you can listen to us on Spotify.
Yeah, if we're like ugly or something, you know.
I am today.
You want to listen to us instead of look at us, you can go on Spotify and listen to all our cases.
I think it's funnier to actually listen to us.
I know, it is weird to hear, like we've heard listen to ourselves in the car, and it's like to see, you know, if we sound okay and all that. But it's like so weird to listen to yourself talk.
Yeah. Talk about sounding okay. We got a new mic. Hope it sounds good.
Yeah, the last couple videos we got another mic.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple there that sounded like total dog shit.
Dude,
I mean, they really did. It was so bad. I was like, we got to do something that sounds awful.
But we got a new mic and everything sounds better and
it
great
does.
and everything. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and keep liking and subscribing to us. And it really helps us out, guys. It really, really does. And it makes us happy when we see a new subscriber and like our numbers going up. We're like, yay, people actually enjoy us, and we really hope that you enjoy us and really think we're funny because we think we're fucking hilarious.
We think we're funny.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.